Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens here with today's Weather Impact Show. It's been an interesting week of weather already so far, from the snow that we started the week out with to the northern lights that we've seen the past couple of nights to now much more comfortable weather across the region and seemingly kind of a change in seasons as we work our way toward the weekend with even warmer weather heading our way. So let's go ahead and get you dived into everything we're expecting in the upcoming forecast. You can see here our 10 Weather Impact headlines. Winds today expected to be dying down across the region, which is some good news. It'll make things a little more tolerable outside. And temperatures, they continue to warm up as we head toward the weekend. Unsettled weather could be coming our way for part of that weekend, including the chance for some showers and storms as we head into Saturday and Sunday. We'll have the latest on that coming up here in just a few minutes. As far as what we're looking at today, though, it is beautiful across the region. Blue skies, a few clouds, nothing really to be all that concerned about. Things out there right now looking great across central Ohio, and the temperatures not bad either. We're hanging around in the 50s at this hour. We'll continue to stay in the mid to even upper 50s as we head through the rest of the afternoon. So if you got to get out and get anything done today, you're looking at beautiful weather to do it with. You'll be looking at more nice weather to do it with as we head toward tomorrow. Look at these conditions around the region right now. We're almost to the 60s in parts of central Ohio. Piketon up at 59 degrees, Chillicothe at 58, Circleville at 57. Those temperatures out there going to continue to again stay nice for the rest of the day today and into the next couple of days. But again, we could see some unsettledness when it comes to rain and maybe storm chances as we head toward the weekend. The next 12 hours out there, nothing to be all that concerned about with. We're going to see continued clear skies as we work our way through this afternoon and into this evening. Temperatures tonight with the clear skies will still get chilly, getting down close to freezing by early tomorrow. We'll be into the low 30s as we head into the start of your day Friday, but then Friday afternoon temperatures are back up. As far as rain chances heading to the next couple of days, Saturday night into Sunday likely going to be our best chance for rain. It's not a huge threat right now, up to about 30%. That starts to go back down as we head toward the early part of next week, and then we are right back into additional chances for rain by next Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures will drop a little bit by this period as well, so we'll keep a close eye on that as we get closer to next week. As far as this afternoon, like we said, only tracking the passing cloud cover across central Ohio. Those clouds going to continue to push through for this afternoon, but nothing too major. In fact, you should see plenty of sunshine out there through the rest of the day today. In fact, the big picture here across the U.S. showing a lot of quiet weather in place across the Midwest and the Great Lakes. Much sunnier weather again, much warmer weather than where we started the week. Let's go ahead and walk you through hour by hour the rest of this week and into the weekend, what you can expect here. We see those clouds again pushing through today. No big concern with those heading into early tomorrow morning. Cloud cover will increase just a little bit. Could you see a stray sprinkle somewhere in central Ohio? Not impossible, but not really what we're expecting for tomorrow. We'll see decent cloud cover through the evening and into the start of your day Saturday. Temperatures during this period will stay quite mild, and again, that sprinkle chance just never goes away heading into early Saturday. Working our way through the day Saturday, we will see cloud cover continue to be a pretty good feature throughout the day as that warm air pushes in. Heading into the evening hours, of course, we've got Ohio State football heading into this weekend. Not looking too bad out there. Again, some small chances for rain across the region. We do have that risk that we could see a rumble of thunder, maybe a heavier shower as we work our way into the evening. This is the latest hour-by-hour forecast here, showing that line pushing its way through central Ohio, working its way out by the time we head into Saturday evening and early Sunday. Again, could come with a rumble of thunder, could come with a heavier shower, but overall, we're not expecting too much from it. There's an outside risk that some gusty winds may be a factor during that line, but other than that, we should quickly get back to quiet weather heading through Sunday. Again, we'll show you a different view here of the weekend just to show you all the angles of what we can expect heading into Saturday. Most of the day, pretty quiet, but as we get towards Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon, we'll track that line of showers coming through and pushing its way off to the east. But we think the stronger portion of this line will likely occur when it gets east of Columbus, which is some good news, of course, for those out there this weekend. We do want to show you the severe weather outlook heading into Saturday. It does really start to increase as you head to the east of Columbus once again. I don't think we're going to see all that big of a threat for any kind of storm activity here in the city. And really to the east, not that big a threat either. What we're mainly concerned with would be the risk for some gusty winds embedded with that line. Not a very impressive line on the hour-by-hour models. And again, not a very big type of severe situation we'd see for this weekend. We do want to make you aware of it, let you know that we are tracking it. But again, overall, definitely could be not that impressive as we head into the weekend. Here's a look at your 10 Weather Impact 7-day forecast. Our temperatures out there will be on the rise for the next couple of days. We continue our way up through the 50s as we work our way toward tomorrow, getting well into those upper 50s, into the 60s by the time we head into Saturday. That's part of the reason we could see some of that thunderstorm activity heading our way through Saturday evening, Saturday night, is that we've got the temperatures up into the 60s across the region. But again, not expecting it to be a major disruptor out there. As we head into Sunday, rain chances start to die off. Temperatures, unfortunately, start to go back down as well. We'll be down into the 50s as we head into Sunday afternoon, down into the 40s by the time we head toward Monday. We've got those rain chances that creep back in Tuesday, Wednesday. Temperatures start to increase a little bit as well. Good news is this should be a rain event, not like the snow event we had this past week. Should stay on the warm side of things here in the forecast. And overall, not looking too bad over the next 7 days. But we do have a couple chances in there for those rain showers. But temperature-wise, we're doing pretty well for this time of the year. I have a couple mornings out there like Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and tomorrow morning where we could be close to that freezing mark. You may see a little bit of frost out there, but other than a quick scrape on the windshields, overall impacts in the next 7 days should stay minimal. We will keep a close eye on that Saturday system, though, just to see how things play out. Of course, with the Buckeyes here this weekend, we will be watching that pretty carefully, and we'll be keeping you up to date all weekend long. Speaking of things we are keeping you up to date on, we've been showing you a lot of the northern lights this week. We're watching all kinds of news from outer space as well. First up, though, we do want to show you more of those northern light photos that we've gotten here across central Ohio. That nitro lights display out there caused when the sun's charged particles collide with gases in the Earth's atmosphere. Definitely a colorful show across the region as we head into we had over the past couple of days with those northern light photos. I think we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with that particular piece of video. So we'll skip past that now and just hear what some of you guys have been saying about those northern lights.
I still think it's an adventure. Even if you don't get to see everything that you saw, it's still an adventure.
This phenomenon is unpredictable. It's, no guarantee there's even going to be an aurora. Depends on how the solar winds blow. Ha 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 ha, pun intended.
There's one photo of it. If you want to see more photos of the northern lights, more videos, we do have that on our 10tv.com website. Also, we've shared some of those on our social media pages over the past couple of days as well. So make sure you go out and take a look at that. We're also keeping an eye on some space events closer to ground level. And this evening, there will be a first ever networking event of its kind for women in Columbus, honoring the first made by women in space. Sally's Night, named after Sally Ride, the first American woman in space, will take place at Yogi's in Grandview from 5 to 7:30 tonight. It's part of Space Happy Hour's global initiative to celebrate women in aerospace and the satellite industry, while also fundraising to support STEM education. Our own team member, Meredith Garofalo, will be out there hosting the event, which will be happening simultaneously in a dozen cities across the U.S. Registration is required. If you want to go, you can find information on how to do that, 10tv.com under featured links. And finally, when it comes to space, we know telescopes are capable of giving us some amazing views of the stars from down here on Earth. However, light pollution can make it difficult to see such wonders of the night sky. But as David Schechter reports, a possible solution is sprouting up on a farm in Texas.
In sleepy Rockwood, Texas, nothing much ever seems to happen until the roofs roll back off these sheds and reveal a telescope farm?
Does it ever get old seeing all those roofs go at the same time?
Nope, has not gotten old
So
yet.
cool.
Yeah, it's cool every single time.
Brave Falls is an amateur astronomer. He turned his passion into a business 18 months ago when he co-founded a company called Starfront. It rents space to customers who ship their telescopes here and then control them through the internet from their homes. This location allows amateur stargazers to take stunning pictures such as these because the sky here is much darker than where they live.
Where are some of the farthest places that people will tunnel to this location tonight?
We have a lot of customers in Europe, Indonesia, there's a guy in the UAE, Japan.
Starfront is helping solve astronomy's biggest problem, light pollution. A 2023 study in the journal Science found every year the sky is getting 10% harder to see. This map shows the scope of the problem, which is particularly bad in the eastern U.S. Chuck Ayub in suburban Detroit showed us his garage full of telescopes, but he hardly uses them anymore after shipping one out to Texas.
What's the difference between having it at your house and having it out in Texas?
Well, the big difference are the dark skies. I am 20 minutes from downtown Detroit, and that light pollution is a killer.
Most nights, Ayub live streams his telescope feed to his large social media following. There's also a little camera at the base so he can see the telescope in action.
Chuck is in Detroit controlling this thing in the middle of nowhere, Texas.
Yes. Oh, he's live right now.
He is. Hey, Chuck.
Hello!
From out here, Falls and others are identifying objects no one's ever seen before, such as this photo he calls the Crown of Thorns Nebula. It's furthering our understanding of space, even as our ability to see it is fading.
What's the threat, you think, to our existence as humans from light pollution?
It really prevents people from dreaming, like seeing what's above them. Just awe. You know, you get the tingles, you get the goosebumps.
Now it's a feeling you can get
It's such an amazing thing.
even from your basement in Detroit. For Eye in America, I'm David Schechter in Rockwood, Texas.
And now the latest on climate change in the COP30 Climate Summit, which is underway this week. Representatives from around the world are in Brazil as of Monday to work on addressing climate change, despite the Trump administration not attending this year's summit. Some 50,000 representatives are participating this week, where they face the daunting task of keeping global climate change cooperation from collapsing. The real uncertainty lies in what will actually be negotiated over the next 2 weeks. Can the world come together and respond to the latest catastrophic projections from climate change? And how can a clash between rich nations and developing nations be avoided? Also, where will money come from to help countries hit by climate disasters like cyclones and droughts? Here closer to home, the impacts of climate change and population growth are being felt as Western states battle it out for water rights. J.D. Wallace reports from Tucson.
7 states, Arizona one of them, must establish a new compact on how they'll divvy up the Colorado River. Their current compact is dated 1922, and they missed their negotiation deadline. All involved issued this statement. The 7 Colorado River Basin states, together with the Department of the Interior and the Bureau of Reclamation, recognize the serious and ongoing challenges facing the Colorado River. Prolonged drought and low reservoir conditions have placed extraordinary pressure on this critical water resource that supports 40 million people, tribal nations, agriculture, and industry. Governor Katie Hobbs and a bipartisan coalition of Arizona legislators appealed to the Secretary of the Interior just the day before to assist in the negotiations, saying the 4 upper basin states, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, and Wyoming, have refused to share in water shortages and to implement verifiable water supply reductions, while the 3 lower basin states, Arizona, California, and Nevada, have already offered significant proposals, conserving 1.5 million acre-feet of water per year. Their letter requests the department to get involved, but the recent response by all involved in the negotiations goes on to say, while more work needs to be done, collective progress has been made that warrants continued efforts to define and approve details for a finalized agreement. Through continued cooperation and coordinated action, there is a shared commitment to ensuring the long-term sustainability and resilience of the Colorado River system. And finally today, let's check out some new video into us here at 10 TV.
First up, do want to share one more look at the amazing northern lights we've all been seeing across the globe this past week. This video, a time lapse from Iowa. Footage captured those green and pink lights dancing over the sky. This view again from Johnstown, Iowa, as the aurora borealis was spotted over much of the United States earlier this week, stretching as far south as Florida and New Mexico. I know we got some amazing views of that northern light display here in central Ohio as well. Even with light pollution in the cities, we were able to see some views and some photos from inside the Columbus, Franklin County kind of metro area as well. So it's definitely a vibrant display. Don't always get that here this low in the U.S. And if you made it out to see it, definitely one you're not going to forget. You want to keep an eye on those space weather events because it's not very easy to predict those well into the future. You usually only get about maybe 24 to 36 hours notice at the most that one of these is going to happen. And really in that 12-hour window before an event is when you're going to know the most about if you'll be able to see the northern lights. And on a different note, something a little wild to end the show with here today, as this video here shows a deer in Russia breaking into a grocery store in a village near the Black Sea coast on Wednesday before making a frantic escape toward the front door and eventually out into the wild. A video posted on a local Telegram channel Wednesday showed the deer skidding inside the grocery store in the Lermontovo village as it struggled to find the exit. Local residents attempted to push it toward the door using shopping carts to block the entrance to the store before eventually managed to run back out into the parking lot and make its way back off into the distance there. Must have been a little hungry out there into that grocery store earlier this week. And of course, you know, that's it for our 10 Weather Impact Show today here on 10 TV Plus, but we're always continuing to track the weather. Coming up later tonight, I'll be in for Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz to take a closer look at those storm chances that we have as we head into the weekend. And of course, the temperature changes in our forecast too. We've got some warmer days ahead, especially between now and Saturday, but a cool down by next week. I'll have the latest data and the latest forecast. Until then, you can catch more news and weather online at 10tv.com. You have a great afternoon.